Breaking news now on the Fox News Channel. I'm Greg Jarrett in for Shepard Smith. We continue our live coverage of the Inferno in Dubai, where officials say the New Year's Eve fireworks show will go on. And you can hear the cheers left-hand side of your screen as they await the moment when the fireworks display begins. The fire at the hotel, a luxury hotel and apartment complex called the Address. That's the name of the hotel. It's roughly 1,000 feet tall, 63 stories, 626 apartments, more than 196 different hotel rooms. We do not know what caused this fire. Officials are not saying, but they are saying that nobody has been injured except for 14 minor injuries and one heart attack that happened during the evacuation, not the fire itself. The flames have torched most of the exterior of the building, one witness said. She described it as totaled, but she said now all she sees are not flames, but just smoke. And burning debris has certainly been raining down on the outside of that building and at times on top of the firefighters who reported to the scene. We have an image showing what the skyscraper looked like before the fire. Here on the right-hand side, there you see. On the left is how it looked earlier, with flames simply pouring out the side of the building. Another image of what the building looked like during the daytime before the fire broke out. John Huddy joins us live now from our Mideast Bureau. John, what more can you tell us?
Right. Well, this happened. It started about 2 hours before midnight, Greg. Again, as you mentioned, at the Address Hotel, which is in downtown Dubai, a very busy area, very popular among tourists. 63-story hotel. It engulfed the outside the 20 stories, and apparently, according to officials anyway, from the Dubai media office, it started on a 20th floor terrace. Now, it's unclear what exactly started the fire, but a very dramatic scene as it continued to rage. At this point, at least earlier, they said it was 90% contained. Greg, we're waiting for more updated information. They said everybody had been evacuated, which is incredible when you think about the size and the scope of this fire. As you mentioned, guess who was on earlier said it was quote-unquote totaled. People described panic, trying to rush out of the building. Again, 14 injuries, minor, and then one heart attack. It's unclear whether that was a death or part of those injuries. But the fireworks display, 1.6 tons at the Burj Khalifa, starting there, went on as scheduled. And Greg, it's really remarkable when you look at the contrast. On one hand, you have this building. You look at the video from earlier, engulfed in flames, the 20 stories, and then you see the fireworks going off. And the fact that they continued the fireworks and the amount of people that were in that area and the overall, not only the containment effort with the fire, but the evacuation effort of that area is just extraordinary when you think about it. And then, of course, the ongoing security concerns that remain because of this situation. I want to stress, unclear what exactly caused this, but when it started, it engulfed that building and it went up very quick. And you could see the celebrations going on right now there in downtown Dubai. Greg.
Well, one of the things that may have saved a great many lives is what we have seen in pictures on the internet from eyewitnesses who have downloaded them there from the scene. And what one of our guests in the last hour said that she noticed, and that is only one side of the building was lit with flames. The other side was not. And so it is possible that this was a largely exterior fire blaze that went up the building on one side, but left alone the other side. That's what it looks like, some of these downloaded pictures on the internet, and that seems to comport with what our guest said in the last hour. Let's turn now to Josh Gatlin, who is in Dubai near the scene. He is the son of country singer Larry Gatlin. And Josh, you're near the scene. What can you tell us?
Kind of difficult to describe when out of one eye I can see the building burning on one side and then the fireworks on the other. It's obviously a mix of emotion. hearing your reporting just here while I'm listening on the phone, and just praying to God that the numbers are right and that there are no fatalities like reported. It's that's amazing to me if that is in fact the case. So based on what I saw, that is an absolute miracle.
Yeah. How did you first find out about this? And did you simply stand outside and watch what was unfolding? What did you see?
I was on a terrace looking at actually the address. We had reservations at a restaurant. One of the views, obviously the Burj Khalifa, that's why we're here, and the other is of the address. And I actually had my back to the address, felt the heat on my back from it. Basically our the building we are on, connects to the address at the lower levels. And so I felt the heat, and within a few seconds I saw, 100 people with cell phones come running towards me to where our terrace was, and turned around and saw it. And my first thought was, immediately was, we don't need to be right where we are. So we left. We walked out of the parking garage into to call it a debris field, which would not exactly be correct, but yes, flaming material from the building on fire. Security guards did not want us to exit the garage for fear that we would be hit by something falling. But again, my instincts were we need to not be where we are. So we got out of there.
All right,
I'm now about a block and a half away from the address.
Josh, I'm sorry to interrupt. The officials there on the scene are saying that this is basically contained and over, 90% contained, they call it. And one of the individuals that we spoke with said she saw no more flames, just smoke. What are you seeing? Can you see it?
I certainly would not speculate on what percentage is contained. I can tell you right now that, yes, I do still see flames. About 10 minutes ago, there was a fairly significant blast. But a blast in I'm not suggesting it was anything sinister. It was just, as fires go, glass explodes and things happen. So, yeah, it is not contained to the extent that I can tell.
All right. Josh Gatlin, thank you very much for taking a few moments to speak with us. Stay